this is like a religion.
Elaine, Jerry, this is my religion.
You know,
it is in a lot of ways. It is in a lot of
right.
ways. Tom Hanks hasn't like changed people's lives like Van Damme or Stallone has, you know. Hey guys, here's a video that just makes a lot of sense. Now, if you're subscribed to the channel, you get it. If you're not subscribed, you should probably subscribe to be part of this. My guest, John Rivoli, the official artist for Rocky. Make sure to check him out on Instagram. Make sure to check out iconsandart.com, get some of that amazing artwork. I'll link it in the description below. But basically, there's something different about fans of people like Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger, those guys. There's just something different. Like, we're cut from another cloth. We're not... You don't get that from, you know, other actors. Like being a fan of Tom Hanks, for example. You just don't get that same thing. There's something different about us, and John actually explains it quite well. But make sure to stay until the end of the video because John's going to give us a preview of some stuff he's working on, some really exciting products that you're probably going to want to get. I'm gonna buy some of this stuff in the future. But anyway, please help support the channel and the Brotherhood by hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing the video. And with that said, let's get on to this discussion. Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme, by far my two favorite guys, the guys I grew up with and were inspired by. But the guy that basically is creating all this cool artwork, you know, for Rocky and Stallone in general is really kind of exciting to talk to you.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I found you because of the Rocky content. Sure. You know, it always pops up on my feed for YouTube, your stuff. And I'm like,
oh, that's funny.
Obviously. So I just go watch it. You know, that's how I reached out to you a few months ago. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm a Rocky guy. So
yeah. Yeah. No, it's funny. Like, it's crazy. My channel, that the different people I've noticed that have seen some of the videos, you know, like this is how I met like Sheldon Lettich, who directed, you know, like Lionheart. I'm sure you've probably seen those movies back in the day.
Absolutely.
But it's crazy just in, you know, now I'm talking to you, but just like the people who are like really kind of in that world creating things have like run across my videos somehow or another, you know?
Yeah, because it's like this circle, you know, this kind of Rocky, Rambo, Van Damme. It's a circle of us, you know?
Yeah.
We're a different breed and we kind of find each other in this thing, you know? That's why, look, going back to the beginning of it, it's bigger than everything else. I don't think you have like these, you know, Tom Hanks fans just find each other.
Yeah, there's not a Tom Hanks channel.
It's not the thing, you know? It's like this is like a religion.
Elaine, Jerry, this is my religion.
You know,
it is in a lot of ways. It is in a lot of
right.
ways. Tom Hanks hasn't like changed people's lives like Van Damme or Stallone has, you know?
No, exactly. I mean, Stallone, his characters have literally changed people's lives, right? And people where else can you mention people actually pilgrimaging to a spot like they do to those steps, right? I don't see anybody pilgrimaging.
Like you said, it's a religion.
You know, Forrest Gump's house or any of that stuff. I'm not ripping on Hanks, but since we're on that theme, but people from all around the world make their way to those steps. That just goes to show you the power of that character that man created out of his head. An artist.
It's really
true
cool.
artist.
It will live on. It will live on forever. As one of the great, like when they revisit films, you know, like 1,000 years from now or hundreds of years, you know, like there's certain paintings like Mona Lisa or the paintings.
That's right.
Like Rocky will always be like, this is a film they made in the 20th century. And it's just a perfect example of perfect art, like in so many different ways. You know?
Right. Yeah. I remember telling him too that it was the only movie, Rocky 2, I saw with my dad. And it's the only movie I ever went to the movies with my father, you know, because he loved Rocky 2. It's Italian house, you know. Yeah. And Rocky 1, I saw with my brother. It's the only movie I ever saw with my brother. We just didn't do that kind of stuff where we went to a movie. We just didn't do that. But Rocky brought us together. Like it was just this thing that brought us together, you know. And I remember telling him that story when I first met him. I said, I have to tell you this, you know, because just to show you how much it means to people, not just me, but just how much that character means and what it does, you know, as if you don't know already, but I'm going to tell you again with my personal story.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's crazy. There's so many personal stories and people just have that connection. It's like, oh, you love Rocky too? It's like automatically we're like friends then.
That's right. Yeah. We get each other. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny though, and I never understood it. Like, you will run into those guys that they hate on Stallone, they hate on Van Damme, they hate on Schwarzenegger, and it's just like, I just don't get it. Like, these guys are icons and they've motivated millions of people. Like, is it some kind of jealousy? It's like people will go out of their way to do the opposite of we do, where we basically talk so highly of them because they've been so important in our lives. And it's like you have that other group, and it's just like, I've always argued with them, whether it's school or at work and maybe even online. I'm just like, I just don't get that type.
Yeah.
This guy, this is not my kind of guy.
Yeah.
You're like the atheists of Rocky, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. I think it's jealousy as part of it. And then I think it's ideologically driven too. I think that, you know, these characters stand for something that I don't think they believe in.
Interesting.
I think it goes deep. Why they chose to not like them. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
everything that happened here may be wrong, but damn it, don't hate your country for it. Hey, I die for it.
Too bad we don't live closer. We could work out together.
Oh, totally, man. Yeah, we'll do the Rocky inspired workouts for sure, man. I'm always working hard like Stallone anyway. So.
Yeah. Starting the day with 10 slices of burnt toast.
Half a dozen cups of coffee or something, you know.
I've made his little oatmeal cookies with molasses. I've done it all, man. I've tried them all.
That's funny.
Just can't break to Rocky 3. Just can't get there.
Yeah, that's when he really took it to like,
oh man,
an unhealthy level that you can't maintain year round. It looks good on film, but you can't maintain that year round.
On that first meeting that I had with him, I talked to him about this stuff. Obviously, I wanted to get it all out, you know. And he said, "Don't do what I did. Don't do that. It was so unhealthy." And even the exercises, he said, are horrible. You know, the one-arm push-ups. You know, doing the boxing things with dumbbells in your hands. He's like, "Who taught us this? Like, don't do those things." He's like, "I'm telling you, you'll get these injuries that'll be with you the rest of your life." So.
Well, the funny thing is, like, yeah, it looks great on film. Even some of the stuff Van Damme does where, like, he's, you know, these, like, ropes are pulling his legs and he's screaming, you know, it's like, well, that's not really how you want to get flexible. You know? It looks cool in a movie compared to just, like, relaxed stretching, you know? It's like, the things they do in movies are way cooler, but, yeah, you wouldn't want to do that kind of workout in real life.
No, exactly. That's what he was telling me. Don't do that, you know? Because I had a bad shoulder injury when I met him. My rotator cuff had just blown out, you know?
Oh, wow.
And I brought it up. He's like, I remember him he was looking at my art, and then he looked up and he goes, "That injury, that's your downfall." Because they never really go away, you know? These shoulder things, they kind of hang around for forever, you know? So I love all their stuff in the background there, man. Jeez, it's awesome.
I got the Rocky book. I got bodybuilding stuff down here, books that I read from a teenager, Van Damme stuff, Seagal stuff.
Yeah, I see it, man. That's where I want to be.
Rambo.
Yep, I see it. The Cobra up top.
Oh, yeah, Cobra, man. I love that Cobra. But
yeah, I just did that painting. So I did it because I had to do a Rambo and a Cobra 4 slide for his action figures. So I did the boxes.
Oh, wait, so these are new things coming out, like a Rambo and a Cobra action figure? And you did the box art for these coming out soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and 2 Rockies he's coming out with too. So I did all the box art, but I'm not allowed to release the art until he releases the action figures. So it's kind of so I don't give it away.
Do you know when, like, those are coming out?
I think Rambo is coming very soon. Rambo is first. And Cobra, I'm not sure yet. We're still working on clearance. And Rocky, I believe Rambo and Cobra are like first, and then Rocky is after that. But Rambo's definitely first, and I don't know. I think it's within months that it'll be out.
That's cool. I had a Rambo action figure back in the 80s growing up, and it had like the missile launcher thing where you could pull the string and a little missile like shoots out. I wish I still had that. My parents gave all my toys away. It's like, God, I could have had that like on the shelf back here.
That's right. You got to get one and put it on the shelf.
Yeah, I got to get the new one now, coming out.
Yeah, you get the new one. It's really nice. It's great detail. interchangeable hands.
I'd like to have shoehorn hands.
All this kind of stuff. It's really cool. Yeah,
that does sound cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Wow.